or don't really use content of the actual listing to rank. It's based on the data about that website, about that local listing. So I don't think Panda or Penguin, which is more on the web search side, have anything to do with the local listings.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of local stuff here that I mean, just absolutely horrible, and they're not getting any penalties or anything.
Yeah, local has a totally different spam issue. Obviously, you have, especially in the locksmith area or those types of businesses where you have people trying to target specific regions. So if you're, I don't know, you lock yourself at a car and you're sitting on a high, I don't know, in some parking lot, and you do a search for locksmith, those locksmiths want to come up for every specific region. So they might create a lot of, ghost profiles or ghost business listings that redirect a phone call to a specific listing. That's more of a data specific issue versus, adding a bunch of local listings to Google My Business versus web spam, which is more about creating organic web pages, manipulating those web pages to rank higher by either content manipulation or off-page factors like link manipulation.
Gotcha. All right. Do we have any questions? Anybody? Yeah. No, we didn't.
A little bit the autocomplete API and what effect do you think that's going to have on some of the paid search tools?
I'm sorry, the autocomplete API, you said?
Yes.
So just like a couple days ago, I think Google announced they're going to discontinue the unsupported autocomplete API. And I believe I don't know which specific keyword tools use them. I can't give you a listing of them because I don't think they disclosed that, but I believe there are quite a fair number of keyword tools that use the autocomplete API to come up with a listing of other keywords you might be able to search for. So obviously, I don't know, I can't tell you which ones use it, but I think it will have some type of impact on the search tools industry, the SEO space and the search marketing space, but I can't tell you how large of an impact it will have. So I do apologize. I don't know exactly.
That could be potentially a big, right? I mean, sites like Moz and those other,
potentially, but I don't know how much Moz or other sites you utilize that tool. I don't know if they use it at all. I don't know if they're using it a little bit to complement other things. Either way, I assume on some level there's ways to scrape the data and there's other ways to go around it. So I assume they'll figure out a solution by the time Google cuts them off completely.
Right. Next question.
What role do you think the Google Plus signals play and will play in the future in organic rank?
So Google Plus is kind of on a downwards trend. All the recent news around Google Plus has been that it's having a slow death. Just recently, I think like a day or two ago, Google announced that Google Plus profiles are no longer needed for YouTube, or it's no longer going to be needed for other Google properties. Instead, you just need a Google account. I think the plus wanting things or sharing things on Google Plus is going to have it currently has no direct impact on Google's organic rankings. It had or has an impact on personalized results. So if a friend of yours on Google Plus shares something on Google Plus, there was a time where you actually saw that bump up in the results because your friend shared it. At the same time, the vast majority of searchers out there don't share stuff on Google Plus. They share stuff on Facebook. They share stuff maybe on Twitter. They're not using Google Plus. Googlers and SEOs use Google Plus, but normal searchers do not. And because of that, even the personalized impact that it had in the past wasn't seen by normal searchers. So I think any impact Google Plus had in the organic rankings on a personalized level, it didn't have any impact on a overall level in terms of the core ranking algorithm. I think any of that personalized impact will probably have less and less of an impact going forward. So I probably would not spend much time with Google Plus specifically for organic ranking purposes.
You don't think it uses possible signals as to get, a good idea of, relative, as far as what their site's about and what they're talking about on social?
No, I don't think Google uses Google Plus for any of those purposes in the organic core ranking algorithm. Absolutely not.
Okay. Anybody else? Question? All right.
Following up on that, what is your estimation of the strongest social signals in the algorithm?
Strongest social signals. I don't think social is a big signal. I know they just, again, signed their deal with Twitter like 6 months ago to get Twitter data. I think if they had any great source of information, it would come from Twitter in terms of what's trending. So especially with like news or breaking topics, seasonal types of content, I think they could quickly see what the trend is on Twitter, what people are talking about. And because of that, they're able to use their algorithms around QDF, which is query deserves freshness, in terms of figuring out what queries deserve fresher results. So if they see a topic about, I don't know, Whitney Houston's daughter, passing away, they might be able to use that in a way that